What's up, guys? I haven't posted a video in a while, but it's because of school. But I want to post a video about NBA trade deadline rumors and news. This was made earlier, I think a few hours ago. Yeah, 5 hours ago. And I didn't put my intro on because when I tried to put it in my last video, it deleted for some reason. So I'm just gonna try to make a new one later on for you guys. But I'll probably try to start uploading a lot more. Probably try to upload 3 times a week. Probably Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and maybe one day during the week. But yeah, starting off is Kevin Love. I feel like Kevin Love, he's probably gonna go to the Trailblazers. Actually, hold on, guys. I have an idea. Alright, so I just thought of something. With every rumor, I'm gonna put the team and a trade that I think would make sense for them. Starting off the Cavs, though, not looking good at all. I think a good fit for Kevin Love on the Trailblazers. Let's see if we're making a trade. If there were to be a trade, so obviously it'd be Kevin Love, and pretty big contract. So probably I'll say Kevin Love, maybe like, maybe like a Kevin Love and like a second next year to the Pelicans for like, hold on, maybe you could probably get like a Whiteside, or and then maybe you go, since you're gonna tank, you could probably want to like, you probably would want to get younger players that are gonna help you out in the future. So you get Anthony Simmons, and get probably their first this year and a second next year. I think the trade is it's not, in my opinion, it's pretty realistic. Probably is not gonna happen though. It's for everything. I'll have to find that thing after. Let's see if it actually would go through though. Success. Apparently the Cavs would have no change of predicted wins, and neither would the Trailblazers. In my opinion, this trade makes sense because, I mean, Whiteside is just going to be a 1-year rental just to take on the big contract to get something out of it. Then you get a first and a second for future assets. And you get Anthony Simmons, who you could probably try to do, like, turn him into something. I'll just pull up the thing again, so I'll be back. Okay, so I just found something that's very interesting to me. Apparently, there's a trade rumor, and it has to do with the Cavs and the Raptors. And it would send where is he? Okay, there's Cavs and the Raptors. It would send Tristan Thompson. In my opinion, it makes sense, but then they probably would have to give a little bit more. Maybe this. And then for receiving, I don't think this would be tough. They could probably get like, you know what, they could probably get like a Marc Gasol, because he's not really performing well. Then probably like a first next year, and then a first 2024. Because, I don't know. Actually, maybe not the 2024 first. This trade seems pretty even to me. I don't know if the salary works out, so I may have to adjust some things. Okay. Cut 2.3 mil. So they have to give up 2.3 mil for the Cavs. Like, trade exception, they could probably do Jordan Clarkson. Actually, is there any of the players? Exum's been pretty good after he got traded, so probably not. They just got Alfonso McKinney, a new deal. Maybe Dylan Windler. Because in my opinion, you can come at me for it if you want, but I don't know if he's going to turn out anything special. Maybe just a starter at best, and that's going to go through. Apparently the Cavs would be projected 1 win, and it'd be 1 less win for the Raptors. I think that trade works out and helps both teams. Helps the Raptors to get a nice center who could start and be a pretty good offensive and defensive rebounder. And they get a nice young player for the future if they want to progress him. The Cavs, that point of the trade is just to get rid of Tristan Thompson and just get a first round pick or something for him. Along with Marc Gasol, who you could use, could maybe help. Anyway, next trade. It's gonna be Andre Drummond, I think is what it was. A Drummond trade. I've heard a lot of teams interested. I'm trying to think of some. I think the Hawks were interested, which really could help. But I don't know. I don't think he's getting moved. But Pistons, I mean, they're not terrible. Could be. I mean, they're pretty bad actually, but they're not as bad as like the Wizards and teams like that. So I don't know where Drummond would honestly fit. Where I think that it would make sense for him to go. Like, what team needs a starting center? That could, like, not the Sixers. The Bucks could be a nice team to go and try to make. What do the Bucks have to offer, though? That's the thing. So it could be like Drummond for, like, they really have nothing to give up. Like, Brook Lopez, like, then they still gotta give up a lot, and they don't think they would probably work out with Eric Bledsoe. So, next team, we could probably say, what team do I think would work out? The Nets? No. What do the Hawks have to offer? Ooh, apparently Joel Embiid has a torn ligament. Probably gonna be out for a few weeks, maybe a month. I don't know. First of all, they'd be receiving Drummond, the only really important part of this trade. Actually, they received about 28 mil, so they could give like an Allen Crabbe, then maybe like Cam Reddish, and then probably Alex Len or something like that. And then probably have to go to like their first 2 years from now from OKC. Let's see if this trade works. And it does. That'd be projected 4 less wins for the Pistons and projected 4 more for the Hawks. I think this would help. The Hawks would get a nice center that could was better than Alex Len, who can also help out in the scoring, help out Trae Young. And then Alex Len goes there just to, like, the Pistons can get another starting center. Cam Reddish is the main part of this trade, so they probably have to get one of their young players. Actually, before I finally say that as my final trade, I could honestly see the Hawks doing something that wouldn't involve giving up John Collins. Because I don't know if this would work though. This might be a little too much. It does work, but it still gives the Hawks probably better. Anyway, the next trade, or the next team's trade, the next player, Derrick Rose. I don't see why they would do that, but okay. Just gonna reload the page. Actually, before I do that, I'm also gonna check something else real quick. Okay, so I'm back with Derrick Rose as a rumor. Nope, not Timberwolves, I forgot. He's on. Where are they? He's also on the Pistons. He's actually putting up pretty good numbers, in my opinion. Actually, really good numbers. But where do I think he would fit? As a point guard? What team needs a point guard? The Raptors could go out for him if they wanted to. Honestly, I honestly do see maybe the Clippers. Because yes, they have Patrick Beverley, but it could be like something like Derrick Rose and like Tony Snell. Just to get rid of the salary for like Patrick Beverley and maybe like Mo Harkless and like Rodney Magruder. And then probably like a first this year. That could probably work. But maybe they'd have to go probably something like that too. Let's see if this trade is allowed to go through. It doesn't. Oh yeah, I forgot. So not 2023. Probably 2025. Actually, 2025. I guess because of 2024, yeah. Where'd all their picks go? They could probably do like this second and this second then. And that also fails. Whenever Bird cannot be traded using bird rights. Let's say this trade goes through. It would be +1 for the Clippers and -1 for the Pistons. And let's see, this is a pretty good trade for the Clippers. Picking up Derrick Rose, obviously going to pick up Tony Snell because they have to. Pistons receiving a first, that's going to be good for them, but that's really it. And I'll do one more player, and then I'll finish off maybe a part 2. Oh look, wait, that goes perfect. You know what? Let's do the biggest player, which is Towns. Go back to the Timberwolves. What team really needs a center that can actually pay a lot? You know what? I honestly see this happening. Possibly. It'd probably be like something like Towns for like, this would be a lot. Probably, it's gonna have to be probably one of their young guys though. Jaylen Brown's doing so good though. Okay, not the Celtics. For centers, a nice landing spot. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe like, I've thought of something, but it'd probably be a lot though. Just because this is just to see if the trades would go through, just to see. What if it was Towns to the Lakers, and then heading for them is where is he? Kyle Kuzma. They have a lot of money as well. Maybe like a Danny Green. Then a first this year. And 2025. Failed because of. Okay. Like it's 6 more mil. That could be like no trade exception, so probably a KCP. Which also could. Well, that's because the Timberwolves give up. Actually, probably nothing. I don't even know if this goes through. Doesn't. 2020. Okay. This would go through though. I think this would definitely help both teams. You guys get a nice center. Who could probably push them up way better. Make them better. Timberwolves, they get pretty good stuff out of it. For what they're giving up. And that's all I'm going to do for now. Maybe next time I'll do like another 5 players. Maybe like both Spurs players, even though I'm a Spurs fan, which would be sad. The Clippers. Not the Clippers. Chris Paul. And then maybe a D'Angelo Russell and Julius Randle. But that's going to be the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and show your friends if they're a fan of basketball. And I'll probably upload, maybe I'll upload a 2K video if I can figure out how to do it. But I'll probably upload it later or tomorrow. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, which will probably be coming out tomorrow or today. So I'm going to try to get back to uploading more, so I'll see you in the next video.